going to be windy. We got upper 50s. We're above 55 degrees. I can't believe it here. We're in February. We try to get the camera straight here. And yeah, we'll just head to the Riverwalk. We'll take advantage of the sunshine. This is a pleasant surprise because yesterday it was showing rain in the forecast all day today, and the sun came out this morning when I was walking to work, and now we got bright, beautiful sunshine, 58 degrees. People are walking without jackets. We're going to get a little wind, so you're going to hear wind. Sharon, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to feels like spring. It's going to tease us because I know this weather's not going to last, so we're going to get out and enjoy today. You see the wind be blowing it. Hey, how's it going? Hey, thanks. Brian Reallychicago, Chicago, I appreciate it. That's great. Yeah, thanks for saying hello there. People are saying hello and all kinds of stuff's going on there. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Welcome back. Hope you had a good trip there. And Anita, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in, saying hello. And yeah, look. So you're going to have to bear with the wind. I know it's going to be hard to hear me with the wind, but Joellen, yeah, it's nice after all the days of the rain there. Yeah, I hope you're staying dry. We'll see what happens here later today. We're just waiting across the street here. And yeah, here we go. So I'm just trying to get through the work week. Of course, got to work and had crazy meetings, and I don't know what happened on the way to work. I noticed there was a guy. When I got to North Avenue Beach, I just walked across the pedestrian bridge there, catch the sunrise. And I noticed he was checking out the kayaks there, and he got some piece of wood from the kayak and was breaking it. And I don't know what he was doing with the wood. And then I forgot about the guy because I was walking along the lakefront there. We went by the Chess Pavilion. We got halfway down between Oak Street Beach and North Avenue Beach, and I noticed this guy was like shadowing me. He was like 10 feet behind me, kind of trailing me, and then he got in front of the camera, but he didn't want to be filmed, and he was trying to see what I was filming. I think he was paranoid. He thought, now it makes sense in hindsight. Like, the poor guy, you know, I don't know if he was unhoused, homeless, or just a guy with a backpack hanging out there by the lakefront. And someone called the police on him yesterday, so he thought, in his mind, I was the person that called the police on him. That wasn't me. And I'm a guy talking into the phone. He was trying to eavesdrop on and he was trying to look at my screen. And so I'm like, dude, what's going on here? You know, and it led to he was accusing me of calling the police on him. I'm like, dude, I'm not the dude. Whoever called the police on you, it wasn't me. And then I thought he was going to follow me all the way to work. So I started yelling at him just to get him to go away. I didn't mean to make it confrontational, but I don't know if that's ever happened to you. Like someone just like followed you, like walking down the street, someone just starts following you and tells you to go the other direction. I'm like, you can't tell me where to walk. I don't tell you where to walk. You can't tell me where to walk. You can't tell me to turn the camera off either. This is not when I'm in the public. Now, if I'm at a Ralph Lauren store, that's different. Hey, Ellis Jitter, how you doing, Lisa? Did you see that? Well, hopefully I handled it well. I shouldn't have raised my voice, but sometimes I just was like, dude, you know, leave me alone, you know? And he actually, I went back and looked at the footage. He got in front of my camera, and he didn't have to. He positioned himself, and I'm like, I'm always amazed that it seems like people that don't want to be filmed, they find a way to get in front of the camera. And I'm like, you know, you didn't have to get in front of me there. You know, I don't understand it, but hey, I just hope it doesn't, you know, that's benign. That's the least of my worries. I can handle that guy. You know, we went and filmed the poor people that are living down here, and, you know, I felt bad just because I was just walking through showing Lower Wacker, and they relayed to me what they were going through, the sleeping out in that cold weather, and people were throwing rocks at their tents. People from cars were throwing rocks at their tents. Why can't they just leave people alone, you know? And you can imagine the vulnerabilities you have living outdoors, you know, and you can't lock the door. And that guy was probably in a similar situation and thought I was like a secret spy for the police or something. Yeah, that's what it is. I understand people are dealing with their own mental health issues. I have relatives that have mental health issues, and I understand schizophrenia. No one understands schizophrenia, but other bipolar issues. And we have to remember, not everybody that's in a unstable living condition, sometimes they have mental health issues that need to be addressed, and that's a problem for all of our society, because if we don't address them, they'll find a way to, we still have to deal with it in other ways, it's always the dilemma, and we're all doing the best we can here. But hey, welcome to the Chicago Riverwalk here. We got a beautiful 58-degree day. I'm missing people's comments here. Thanks for, thanks, Chris. Chris, thanks for tuning in. Demishi, Paul, thanks. Netherlands, thanks for tuning in there. Very lucky guy. And Lisa, I'm glad you're back. Jonathan, how you doing? Amber, thanks everybody. And let's see, just people just enjoying this beautiful weather. Chris, I'm hoping you're still able to. I know you're probably back to work here, but take long walks with Maddie. And I know you're going through a lot. Thanks everybody that sent kind words Chris's way. Hey, it looks like the hot tub boat's out. So hey, we get 58-degree weather, people get the hot tub boat out. I'll have to tell Jay. Jay was on this morning. Really appreciate her helping out with the moderating there. And I know she live streams so much as it is, and other people help her out, which is great. She always films the hot tub boat when she's down here by the Chicago River, so let's see if we can see anybody having a bath out there in the Chicago River. Good, you're racing through the job and get home for a good walk. Yeah, get through your job there and get home and rest up. And I saw the information. I don't know if you want to relay the information to the lunch bunch there. I think you said that you got the wake scheduled, and let us know if there's any address where we can send flowers or cards or anything, or if you want that or not. It's up to you. And we're here to support you here. So thanks everybody for tuning in here. We are in Chicago. We are along the Riverwalk. We do this many times. I'm just taking advantage of this nice weather. I'm glad it's not raining. I couldn't believe when I saw the temperature. It said 58 degrees. Here I am wearing a winter coat, but I got no gloves. Got a Blackhawks baseball cap on, and it feels great to walk in the sunshine here. Sandra, how you doing, Sandra? Brandon, how you doing? You're going to Miller's Pub? Yeah, check out Miller's Pub. That's great. Yeah. Miller's is a nice restaurant there. It's on Wabash. It's underneath the L tracks. They got, it's just regular restaurant food. They got a good bar. See, Brandon, let us know if they're starting to decorate for St. Patrick's Day. They might have Valentine's Day out. I guess we need to go by there. See, they had it decorated so nice for the Christmas holidays. Miller's Pub there. That's good. Check out all these places. Here's some sirens going by. Go under the State Street Bridge here. Well, no, this morning, if you're Demishi's a live streamer from the Bavarian Alps there in Germany. Demishi, if you were on this morning, Jay was on. Jay's a live streamer. She's City Walking Girl. You probably know City Walking Girl. Is there any other live streamers on here from Chicago? I'm trying to reach out to more. I know we know Liz Skate Chicago. Vic Cohen used to live stream. I don't know if he live streams much anymore. He basically makes nice TikToks of whatever he's doing for the day. Manny Manuel Vega drives the Uber around. There's the hot tub boat. So here, let me get in position here, and I'll zoom in voyeuristically. And pizza Lisa. Yeah, City Walking Girl. That's great. Now, hopefully, I won't mute everybody. I'm turning off the chat so I can zoom in here. So see, look, that's where you rent the hot tub boat. That's a hot tub boat. Yeah, there's a couple in there. They're that's really close to where you rent them. You underneath Marina Towers. You see the marina underneath Marina Towers, the Corn Cob buildings right here in Chicago on the Riverwalk here between State Street and Dearborn. And either they're leaving the harbor or they're just reversing. There's the people in the hot tub boat. One of them, they rented the hot tub boat. They're in there and they got the hot water. And let's walk down a little bit. Let's get further down. Maybe we'll get a better position down this way. Hey, Chris, there's a dog. There's somebody walking a dog there. Different than Maddie, but reminds me of you walking there with Maddie out there in the park forest. They're the forest preserves. 77 Flares of Chicago. Yeah, I ran across that too. There's some amazing, there's like historians that do better history. They research it on YouTube. There's a lot of people producing great content about Chicago. Not all of them live stream. Some of them produce more polished content on either YouTube or TikTok. More akin to what Jen You Should Eat has been producing for his historical stuff. And here, we'll get over here and I'll try to film this hot tub boat once I get over to that point there. We're going by the City Winery here on the Chicago Riverwalk. But Tara, 77 flavors, that's good. Yeah, pathogen soup. I know. That's why I'm like, I hope they change the water in those hot tub boats, because we heard of some of the crazy sexcapades that's been going on. You can imagine people being amateur porn stars out there in the hot tub boat for everybody to see. I guess they make you sign a non-disclosure agreement or a waiver when you go in there. There's probably terms and conditions of what you can and can't do in the hot tub boat. But good luck with enforcing those rules. Here, look at that. So yeah, Marina Towers, State Street. So here, let's zoom in here. Brandon, you seeing this? Look at this hot tub boat. Have you known anybody that tried this hot tub boat? I guess they got a few of them. There's the hot tub boat. They're laying low there. They're just relaxing in the water. And the hot tub boat's great, but then, you're out there, everybody can see you. And people can, from all their balconies, can zoom in and see what you're doing. Like me, I'm just as bad here. What am I doing? Oops. Hold on a second here. Streamlabs, hold on a second here. I'm trying to zoom back out here, and I touched a little thing here, and now I can't see half of my screen. Okay, good, there we go. Streamlabs is weird. When zooming in and out, I usually hit the mute or something here. Yeah, it's an electric boat. It's an electric boat. They don't go that fast. They got other electric boats that you can rent. They're just regular, you could sit in them, and you could fit about a dozen people in them, and they tootle around. And then there's like the little convertible. They look like 50s cars. You can rent them right over here. The pastel colors, the pastel pink and blue boats. There's another boat you can rent that looks like a red Corvette car or some sports car. It's really just like a glorified jet ski. And we've seen that. We've caught that driving down the river. It looks like a car driving on the water. Yeah, isn't it nice? Yeah, get out. We got spring fever. Isn't this great, Brandon? Get out and enjoy this weather. That's why I want... Look, there are people just lounging here by the Riverwalk, sitting here, texting, having their lunch. I was hoping there'd be more boats out, but most boats are in for the winter. No one's just going to get them out for one day because cold weather's coming back. There's a lot more people out here on the Riverwalk today enjoying this 58-degree weather. Uber Lee, how you doing there? Thanks for tuning in. Darren's up there. Yeah, I bet Darren can tell us some stories, what he sees from his balcony on the river there. Look, here comes a group of joggers. Here comes a little marathon running through. Oh, they were testing our on the mart. Yeah, good. Yeah, so did City Walking Girl catch any of that? Because I saw she was down here. Yeah, I think they stopped it after New Year's, and probably this spring they'll start a new Art on the Mart, and maybe that's what they were testing. and I'll look into it. But I saw Jay was down in Chinatown. They're already starting to set up stuff for the Chinese New Year, which I think officially starts Saturday, but they're not going to have the parade until the following Sunday. I still want to go to the McCormick Place for the auto show, and I think that starts this weekend and goes for the whole week until next weekend. So this weekend and next week, with the whole week in between, the auto show is going to be going on there in McCormick Place. And of course, Chinese New Year, Chinatown, all kinds of activities leading up to that. And so, hey Marcelo, hola, thanks for tuning in there. Look at the Britannica building. And Amber, yeah, it's warmer in Chicago than Phoenix. You're getting rain and wind in Phoenix, and we got sun. We got some wind here too, but the rain's holding off, so we'll see how long it lasts. Look, people are sitting on the grandstands here. River Roast. There's the clock here, so we got 12:18. It's local time, Central Time Zone. Jeep backed out. Jeep's not going to be in the auto show. Huh. That's interesting. So not all the brands are going to be represented. We'll see what they got. Usually they have a driving track. Like Range Rover sets up like a driving track. And I don't know. I'm more looking at like the concept cars, exotic cars, EVs, new concepts, self-driving cars. See if they got any. Sometimes they have like robotic displays. And people showcasing the cars there. Starts back up in April. Good. So that's when Art on the March should start back up in April. Thanks for checking that out, Tara. I appreciate it. See, we got a whole team of fact checkers and people helping me out with dates, and it's all accessible online. A world of information. There's the Merchandise Mart. We went through here in the morning on TikTok. When was that? Tuesday. I went through. Was that Tuesday? Or was that Wednesday? Yesterday I went through Wicker Park in the morning. I'm losing track of the days here. There, no trespassing. There's Sweet Home Gelato. And they got boat rental information up there. There's the Chicago Cut Steakhouse across the way. This building. Yeah, that's what the good thing is about live streaming. It just opens up all this world of information, visual information. Our brains are hardwired into looking forward, moving forward. Making progress. Look, yeah, nice day to jog. It's so funny, we see more people in shorts when it's colder, and now that it's actually warm enough to wear shorts, no one's wearing shorts, including me. Another good news is thanks to my building manager where I live, and I appreciate that. I was so worried and nervous about it. I was so afraid I was going to lose the place I lived in for several years there because they renovated it, and I was afraid someone else was going to steal it from me because it's a nice apartment, at least, for me, 1 bedroom, something I can, it's still nice, but I can still afford. It has tall ceilings, which, 14-foot ceilings is pretty nice. I could use projectors and project on the wall, and it's above your head, and I got nice big windows and see the street life, and they renovated the kitchen and just signed the lease, and so I'll be able to move back in. It's so weird, I didn't expect to move out so they could renovate and move back in, but it all worked out. It was just added stress I wasn't planning on moving, and so I've been temporarily living in a different apartment while they renovated it, and then I'll move back in. I'm so happy. It's all working out. It looks really nice. I got a new kitchen, new appliances. They put the refrigerator, put it in the wall, so it's not sticking out. Much more functional kitchen. I think they did a good job and got new blinds and painted the walls, made everything look nice and new. So I'll be, over the next 2 weekends, I'll be starting to move back into the place I was living at when I was started live streaming last year. The last few months I've been living in a smaller apartment. I feel like I'm living out of a storage unit. I got everything stacked up to the ceilings because I crammed all my stuff into a smaller space temporarily, which is nice. I'm really happy they found a place for me. And you know, my building, it's an older vintage 1920s era, early 1920s, like 1924, it's literally 100 years old right now, the building I live in. And comes with the typical interesting old vintage, like there's not enough electrical sockets and it's wired really weird and the plumbing's needs, you know, it's constant maintenance, but it has charm. You know, it used to be a residential hotel. The site's actually historic because it's where there used to be a Adams family looking mansion there that they tore down to build the building I live in now, and that building they tore down survived the Great Chicago Fire, but they tore it down, and Abraham Lincoln was actually in that original building. There was a whole story there where he was forming his cabinet slate after he won the election before he went to Washington D.C., and people were looking in the windows. So I always wondered if old Abe haunts the place, you know. I always put a picture of Abraham Lincoln on the wall there because living in Lincoln Park, living on a piece of ground where Honest Abe actually walked and lived and breathed, you know. It's just, look, it's amazing. Look, there's the green line heading across the Lake Street there. Yeah, I'm glad to get an upgrade. It's nice to get in. Everybody else got a new kitchen after the pandemic. I finally got a new kitchen. And so I'll give you a full report once I'm back in there. But here, we'll just enjoy the Riverwalk today, Thursday. Hey, there's the pink line heading in. See, the pink line was shorter. The pink line's only 4 cars, and the green line was like 6. Hey, there's a nice pooch there. Yeah, thanks, Brandon. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's why, you know me, I'm like the guy I was talking with today. I'm paranoid. I'm worried all the time. I'm always worried I'm going to be kicked out and someone will steal the apartment because it's a nice apartment, you know. And the building manager knows it. It's the best unit in the building, you know. It's not the biggest unit in the building because there's some like two bedrooms and larger square footages, but it's the only one that has 14-foot ceilings because it's on, you know, it's all. It used to be this big lobby, you know, and they partitioned it off. Over the years, it was compartmentalized. Hey, we got a boat. February, Lucio, they're doing an architectural riverboat tour in February. Isn't this amazing that we're having such a mild winter? We saw this at the beginning of January. They were running tour boats in January, which is rare. And now we're in the middle of February, February 8th. There's Lucia having an architectural cruise on a 58-degree sunny day here. Got some wind, but hey, this is the warmest day we've had all year, literally. Beats -10, doesn't it? Good restaurants in the Riverwalk. There's a lot of good restaurants in the Riverwalk. We just passed a few, but they're not open now because they're closed for the season. But I'm hoping that Legal Seafood opens. There's Gene and Giorgetti's, which is a steakhouse. No, I said that wrong. Gene and Giorgetti's, Smith and Walensky. Smith and Walensky is on the Riverwalk. It's a steakhouse. On Wacker Drive, there's Smith and Walensky. There's another one. It's actually up on the top there. There's a Morton Steakhouse just off of Wacker Drive where Water Street breaks off from Wabash, but it's not right on the Riverwalk. Across the way, there comes another. You can look online if anybody else knows of any recommendations for good restaurants on the Riverwalk. Please feel free to chime in. I don't know them all off the top of my head. I'm not really a good foodie. There's several really good Chicago-based foodies that have much larger followings than I do, that if you could find and follow them, they can tell you the best restaurants along the Riverwalk. But here, let's sketch the shoreline to see if it's going to come. We might be able to get in position on the bridge, and it'll go right underneath us. We'll cross the Lake Street Bridge here. Yeah, it's coming this way. So here, let's catch this boat going right underneath us here. This is the confluence of the north and south branches of the Chicago River in the main channel. And see, here's Wolf Point Merchandise Mart. We'll get the Evening Star here coming right underneath us. We got sirens. Here comes number 42. It's coming right behind us. How you doing? So there's too much going on. There's too much going on. I wanted to film this boat. And at the exact same time we got the boat going underneath us, we got a fire truck engine going across the bridge. So I couldn't film everything at once. Oh, the noise of the city. Isn't it noisy? Anna Marie, did you see that? Yeah. Chris, you're hearing boats and sirens and all these strange noises. I know. But I know sometimes, like this is like a radio station. You'll hear the siren, you'll think I had that happen too, where the siren's been on the radio and you think it's behind you in the car, and it's bad when I'm live streaming. I know. Here comes hey, how you doing there? It's good. I thought it was a train coming, but it was a skateboarder coming across the bridge there. Now look, they got this open. See, we go up there. You can go down here. I'll stay up above here. Here's the Metro. There's the Metro. See, here's the Metro train going by there. See the Metro going by there, going underneath the L track, and there. That's a nice ollie right there. That's good. How you doing? That's great. Nice trick right there. Yeah, don't you like the large cities? There's always something going on, you know. People are like, where's everybody at? Well, there's more people out today. I tell people it's just cold. When the warm weather comes out, more people come out. Look at another green line going to Cottage Grove, going across Lake Street right there. Always something happening. There's the East Bank Club, that bridge, Calatrava, red sculpture. Look at that train heading in there. Planes, trains, and automobiles and boats. Yeah, we need a helicopter. There was a helicopter last night. It was like a traffic helicopter. I couldn't figure out what was going on. But Wolf Point. Yeah, let's film this Calatrava sculpture there. And Brandon, there's good. They said they're going forward with that project we were looking at, the former Chicago Spire site at the DuSable Park Point there by the Ogden Slip. That project's going forward. We saw them working on the foundation. So I think the one tower is supposed to top out in 2027. So that's what, 3 years from now. We'll see if they got it built. 20% of them are supposed to be affordable. Now, I don't know what that means. You know, affordable is a relative term nowadays. We all know that. But at least they're trying to make it mixed income, which is good for that location, so close to the lake and Navy Pier. Because housing affordability is an issue for all of us, including me. Here, we'll head across Lake Street. Look at this, the bridge with the L on top of it, you know. Yeah, Chicago's looking nice. Look at this, how this overhangs here. This, I call it the tuning fork building. There's a building, or there's a restaurant right there, Coogan's, Coogans, and then right at the river level. Look down there. It's called Beatniks. Check out Beatniks. There's a restaurant right there. You're right at the water level. There's a restaurant option right on the Chicago River, the south branch here. We're just south of Lake Street. I think you go in Wacker south of Lake Street to get in that building right there. Go down to Beatniks. Beatnik, B-E-A-T-N-I-K. I don't know much about that restaurant. You can look it up right down there. Looks like people are sitting. It looks like they got palm trees on the inside. That's nice. Yeah, Toronto. Toronto's a nice city. Another lakefront city. Has barrier islands and amazing skyline and nice urban design and transit. Toronto's the largest city in Canada. Here's Randolph. So there's a small cheval. They're everywhere. Look at people sit. People are using this little half circle, sitting out on the grass here. Is the wind bad? Can you hear me with the wind? I don't know. It's nice people sitting outside in February. See, isn't global warming great? See, Chicago, 58 degrees in February. I'm joking. I know it's going to be like -10 like in a week. But we'll enjoy it while it lasts. Yeah, Chicago has the second biggest central business district with skyscrapers. There's the Sears Tower, the Willis Tower, whatever you want to call it. Chicago has the second largest central business district in North America, even bigger than Toronto. I take that back. Well, it's bigger than Mexico City. Now, Mexico City is a larger city. And believe it or not, Panama City has a very tall and growing skyline, but it's spread out. But New York and Chicago, New York, of course, has the largest, and Chicago will never surpass New York as far as tall buildings. But I don't think any other city comes close to, just outside of New York, than having as many tall buildings as Chicago in North America. And we got a really strong, concentrated central business district all along the lakefront, from South Shore, south to Hyde Park, all the way up to Evanston. We got high rises along the lakefront for miles. And most of those are only 400 feet tall. But downtown we got several over 1,000 feet tall. And there's the Salesforce Tower. It's just like 900 and something. I think this one's like 800 or 900, this tuning fork building. And then that used to be Boeing. Boeing moved out. You can still see the corporate logo there. I think AT&T had some offices there. This is Bank of America, this one here. It's a more recent addition to the sky. Let me rush to get across Wacker Drive so we're not waiting so long. We got the light here. Got to make some ground here. So there's looking south on Wacker Drive. If you ever seen the Blues Brothers, this is where they come out of Lower Wacker Drive and race the police. And go back down into the lower levels there. Oh, the wind. There's some wind. Hopefully let's get down this plaza. Maybe we get out of the wind here. So yeah, there's the Beatnik. You go to Good Funk there, go to Beatnik. That's how you get to that restaurant that we were looking at on the Riverwalk there. Yeah, Jersey City has tall buildings. Brooklyn has its own skyline. Even Queens has its own skyline there by Queensboro Plaza. They built a lot more buildings there recently. Yeah. Newark probably has a bigger skyline than, like, you know, Charlotte or you know, Cincinnati. You know, like Newark, people, even Brooklyn's skyline's probably bigger than like Nashville skyline, you know, stuff like that. You know, people don't think about it that way. And New York itself has the Midtown Manhattan skyline, which is, you know, the Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building, all those tall buildings, Billionaires Row. But then it has a completely separate downtown down by Wall Street. And then all in between there's high rises all through Greenwich Village and Midtown and Bryant Park and all that stuff. There you can see down to the Sears Tower, down Franklin Street, the Central Business District of Chicago. Look at this little park they got here. People sitting out here. We're waiting for the light here. There's a nice view to the Sears Tower right there. Tallest building in Chicago, 1,400 feet. about 400 meters tall, 400 meters plus, 450 meters maybe. Look how you can, I always show this. This building doesn't have a corner column. And see how you can, it's cantilevered. All the weight of that building is cantilevered from that column and this column, the weight of it, and it's floating. You know, it's like the Citicorp building in New York, which is similar. They pull the columns from the corners into the sides. Yeah, we don't, I know what you mean. Yeah, sometimes a window or a door flies off the Boeing. Oh yeah, you're talking about the door that came off the plane. I know. Isn't that amazing? You know, I noticed when I flew back, I was flying a lot last week, and all these planes, all the emergency exit doors with the, even though they weren't Boeing planes, I don't think, but no one wanted to sit in the emergency row with those doors. It's not funny, I know. Thank you. All the money and capital that's invested in their safety record, and then something like that happens, but then they got to do a PR somersault and sit the CFO, sit her in the plane, and say, hey, look, this plane didn't fail. Yeah, missing bolts. Yeah, that's what they didn't have enough bolts on it. That's what they found out, the design flaw. But hopefully they got it fixed. And that's why I said there's dangers in it. People are always like, be careful. I'm like, you gotta get hit by a car, fall out of a plane. You know, that poor person had to sit there with that window open. He almost got sucked out. That happened to another plane in Asia. People had to sit there. The door, somebody ripped open the door, and they had to sit there with the wind blowing in their faces until they could land. You know, it's just things you don't expect to happen when you're flying on a plane. Like, I don't want a convertible plane. Yeah, leg room. Yeah, that's the best thing about the emergency exit. You get leg room. You stick your legs out the window or out the door. Be like a Jeep. Pull the doors off in summertime. There's the Cadillac Palace. There's an empty lot. Look, there's a surface parking lot. What's the surface parking lot doing here in the middle of the loop? There's got to be a better value for the land than that. Here's the Cadillac Palace. Look, Secretary of the State Police. Wow. Parking here by City Hall, all these official vehicles. Fasten your seatbelts. Where we're going, we don't need roads. There's City Hall. Look at all these columns. Looks like a very official place. There, LaSalle Street. We'll get the great view looking down to the Board of Trade here. There's the side of the Thompson Center, which I guess Google, Jay was talking about that. I guess Google's trying to do something with it. We don't know what they're going to do. Here, I'll walk across the street with these people. We'll get a better view here of the Board of Trade here. Message in a bottle. Look, Sting would be happy. The police, the band, the police. Yeah. There's the Thompson Center. We went inside there when they had the architectural biennial. Here, we'll get you a great view of the Board of Trade here. Let me zoom in a little bit here. There, look at the Board of Trade here. We cross LaSalle Street. All roads lead to the Board of Trade. You ever see Road to Perdition? We talk about this. They got this exact same view. A little further back, I think you can see the L train, but looking south on LaSalle Street to the Board of Trade there. Using so many movies, Batman movies, The Untouchables, and a lot of times people think that's in New York. They don't realize it's in Chicago. Back to the Future. Yeah, all the great quotes from Doc. 1.21 gigawatts. Doc, what's a gigawatt? And then it became Rick and Morty, you know, the Rick and Morty cartoon. That's just Doc and Marty, you know, in the cartoon form. And except they made him the scientist drunk all the time. Rick and Morty, you know. Look at that. City Hall. What's this new musical? Let's see. Tony Award winning #1 musical of the year, Girl from the North Country. Look at that, Girl from the North Country, February 13th to 25th, CIBC Theater, which is down there on Monroe, I think. We're on Randolph here. Let me get across here real quick. Well, I don't know if I can. All these cars are turning here. Let's see if we can get across before. Maybe. I'm trying to get across. Too many cars trying to make lefts there. There's a good view of the Thompson Center. Look at that. The giant spaceship there that landed in the loop. There's that. Jay knows what that sculpture's called. He actually did a better job talking about it there. That's good. That's why we need more live streamers. My brain can't keep it all in my head. Yeah. This piece of dock was too laggy there, yeah. Doc! How could I be so careless? So let's see what else is going on here. What time we got? 12:43. Okay, we should get back in time. Heading by the Daily Center here. There, tiramisu favorites. Oh, that looks nice. Corner bakeries right here. What else we got here? Here's Peterino's right here on the corner of Dearborn. And here's Dennis Watkins, the Magic Parlor. What's the Magic Parlor? What is that? Goodman Theater, presented by Peterino's. I guess he does a magic show here. Anybody know about the Magic Parlor there? There's 5 Iron Golf. And then they got a nice restaurant called the Dearborn. The Dearborn's right there. I've ate at the Dearborn. It's a nice restaurant right there. Here we're across Dearborn Street. Here's the Nederlander. That's Dearborn looking south. Daily Plaza's over there. They got a tent set up. I wonder what's going on in Daily Plaza. Huh. Well, we'll keep going here. There's the Goodman Theater over there. Oh, Mrs. Doubtfire, February 27th through March 10th. They make a musical out of everything. Cambria Hotel. Zinzani. I don't know what that is. Love Chaos Dinner. I don't know what that is, but here's the Garrett's Popcorn. I know what that is. Mrs. Doubtfire the musical. What would Robin Williams say? Yeah, 5 Iron Golf. It's all kinds of places. Hysterical Mrs. Doubtfire, the lovable, big-hearted musical. 2 weeks only. Go see it now. There's the Blick. We go by this stuff all the time. See, they still got the Latinicity sign up, but it's not there anymore. And they should take that sign down or change it. Because I went up there and I'm like, where's it at? And it's been gone for a while. Wow, I think it closed down the pandemic and they never reopened it. But, hey, here's Marshall Fields, Macy's, the clock, with the same stuff we always look at all the time, but we haven't been here in a while. Because we went other places this week. But we have gone by the Chicago Theater. We'll do that again. We'll go by Muddy Waters there. Yeah, Lord of the Dance. Fortune Femster. Fortune Femster is a comedian, I think. That's great. Ladies kickback concert. Go by the Chicago Theater. Yeah, the low today is 42. I know. It was like 46 degrees when I walked to work, and now it's 58. I'm breaking a sweat. Look, they got the manhole cover off. He's cleaning it out there. There's the Chicago Theater. Gene Siskel Film Center. Mail truck. Ladies R&B Kickback Concert, February 10th, Chicago Theater. Oh, look, they're filming a photo shoot. That's great. Look at that right in front of them, right in the plug walk there. Nice promo shots there. There's always something going on. Channel 7 News. Harvey Fierstein was in Mrs. Doubtfire, her memoir. I was better last night. That's good. Yeah, that sounds like a good memoir. Yeah. Thanks for the info there, Lisa. That's good. Hey, I hope you had a good trip there. That sounds like you went to some nice warm areas. That's good. And we'll talk about it offline. And yeah, we'll go underneath the Lake Street. Hear the train coming. Underneath the L tracks. So we'll head straight back lake here. We got 1248. There, you can see the L going through there. Oh, look, Widespread Panic. Widespread Panic's going to be at the Chicago Theater February 15th to 17th, right after Valentine's Day. That's good. Here's the 29 State Bus. Across State Street here. There's the WIT. Look at all these train lines you can catch here. The red, the pink, the purple, the green, the orange, the brown. That looks like a nice club. There goes the train pulling out of the station. Cesar's Tacos. The noisy, noisy city. I should be deaf. Songs for the deaf. Krista, how you doing? That's okay. You can always watch the reruns. If you missed the first part, you can always watch the reruns. We just walked on the Riverwalk. We saw a few boats, which was interesting. We saw the hot tub boat. There was two people taking the hot tub boat out. It was hard for me to zoom in, but 58 degrees isn't too bad. And yeah, Lake Street has a nice small music venue. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, things, you know, some things close, other things open up. The nature of the city. Harold Washington College right here. We should talk about Harold Washington, Black History Month. It's good. Got the Harold Washington Library, got the Harold Washington Cultural Center. First African American mayor of Chicago. Here comes Harold. There's Virgin Hotels. Wabash. Big tall tower. I don't have to say the name for the lunch bunch. You guys know what it is. Hey, La Colombe. Say it. Say it. Self-park. And you park yourself. $6 for 20 minutes. What a deal. Think you could get in and out in 20 minutes? I don't know. There's Billy Goats. This is not the original. This is the expansion. Billy Goats here on Lake Street. What else we got going on here? 1251. No, yeah, there's not a train that just circles the loop. It's probably because the loop's not that large. Now, if you go to Tokyo, they have a circle line. I call it the donut line, where it does go around, and it's several miles long because it's like a true loop, which is if you can learn how to use that loop, the Tokyo transit system is daunting. I mean, it's subways and above grade and just spaghetti bowl lines going in every direction. The Chicago Loop is only 5 blocks long, 5 blocks wide, east-west, and it's 7 blocks long, north-south. So it's really not that large, and that's why Chicago's central business district is so concentrated, because nothing concentrates density more than rail or transit. And so all those train lines converge on that one area, including the 2 subway lines, which also go through the middle of the loop, the blue and the red line. And it's just all that transit is concentrated in one area. Now, there was talk of making a super loop. I saw plans for them they wanted to connect like an inner loop that would connect all the lines a little further out in the neighborhoods, which would make sense. And that's why I always say it's hard to get across town. It's easy to get downtown. It's hard to get cross town in Chicago, which is always a criticism of Chicago transit, you know. And we'll get across Michigan. We'll go on with these people here. There's looking north there on Michigan Avenue, looking south.
I know, for real.
Oh, there's beautiful people. Yeah, see, look, the nice weather comes out, all the beautiful people come out. And people are walk without their coats, sit and veg out on the plaza here, ride a bike. And yeah, let's just walk around here a little bit. Let's check out Michigan Avenue. We got a little time here, 12:53. Let's walk back up. We started our walk here, but they got some balloons over there on the carbon carbide building. I don't know what's going on there. Let's head up this way. Got this beautiful backdrop. Almost home, you got it. Yeah, almost back to work. Got to go back to work. What a bummer. I'm actually passing it up because I'm not ready to go back yet. Still got 5 more minutes. We got 12:53. Watch this bus go out. Yeah, they got Ventu, whatever they call that. They got balloons. The Pendry, they got a bunch of balloons. I wonder what's going on there. Looks like they're just setting it up. Here's the Sweetwater. Sweetwater's right here. This used to be Bennigan's, but now it's Sweetwater. It's been Sweetwater for a while. Yeah, let's see what they're doing with these balloons over here. I just want to see what's the is that Valentine's Day? Maybe they're just setting it up for Valentine's Day. We'll cross Michigan Avenue here. We'll look at the Citizen M again, the Charlie Brown building, Wrigley building. It's a nice view here across the Michigan Avenue. Yeah, Sweetwater's good, yeah. Giordano's, Nando's. Yeah, they're putting up the balloons there. Look, I guess it's for Valentine's Day. They got all the balloons there in the Pendry. Yeah, it looks nice. Yeah, looks nice. Is this for Valentine's Day? It's nice. It looks nice. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, Pendry. Carbon and carbide building. What a great facade here. Look at that. Let me step back here a little bit. See if we can film this thing and do it justice. One of the classic vintage Art Deco skyscrapers in Chicago. There's somebody that flew their drone up at the top, and you can see the gold up at the top, and there's like little gargoyles and sculptures up there that you can't even see from the street level, and they put that detail way at the top, that gold leaf. It's real gold leaf, real thin, and it's just amazing, you know. And then here's this restaurant, the Ventu Oyster Bar. They got the balloons too, keep them with the same theme. Yeah, we're almost to March. We're almost to St. Patrick's Day. We could just make it to St. Patrick's Day. We're getting close to spring, and we can have a glimmer of hope. The days will be getting longer. There was one year, I think it was 2012, we had a week of 80-degree temperature that hit right at St. Patrick's Day, and it was amazing. People were kayaking in the Green River, and it was just amazing that happened. It's so rare for it to be that warm that early. It feels like this year it could happen, but it's just because we got a 58-degree day here in February. Cold's coming back. We're not out of winter yet. But look, we could zoom in. We can zoom into Michigan Avenue, and you see it's just the weather. The crowds are back out. People are always like, where's everybody at? It's because it's cold. And now that we got a warm weather day, we got more people out on the sidewalks. It looks like a real city, doesn't it? You know? And yeah, it's nice to see here. We'll zoom back out here. One hour more daylight, yeah. Slowly we're getting into the longer days. We notice it when I come out of work. It's still daylight at 5 o'clock. It's gonna be 80 degrees where you're at. Wow, that's amazing. That's good. So here we'll head across. Hey, they got the balloons there too. They got the balloons at Nutella. We'll go check out Nutella and Nando's there. They got going with the same theme there for Valentine's Day. Here's the door. This used to be called the Doral. I guess they call it the Millennium Plaza now. It used to be notorious for dripping on you. It was like you could walk by, there'd be drips coming all over. Hey, loading up the beer there. There's Michigan Avenue looking south. Nutella, Nando's. We'll start wrapping this up. Thanks everybody for tuning in for the lunch bunch there. And Chris, thanks for being on. Hang in there. Get home and get to have a nice walk there with Maddie. And thanks everybody else for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And yeah, it's too hot too soon. I know it's a double-edged sword. Wait till the summer when you got over 100 degrees, the big heat bubble. But hey, thanks for keeping me company today for the lunch walk. We'll be back on TikTok tonight. We'll see how warm it gets tonight. Hopefully it won't be raining for my walk home. We'll see. I'm going to go back to work, and we'll catch you in a few hours there on TikTok. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later from Chicago. Okay. See you later. See you, Brandon. See you, Sharon, Christy, and Demishi. Thanks for tuning in. Lisa, thanks for tuning in. Chris, thanks so much. And the way I roll, everybody, thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you later. Okay.